What is going on, guys? Destin here, and we are checking out a new Coleman today. This is the 2025 Thor Coleman 22CM. So a little bit bigger than the last one we did. It offers a bedroom slide, so you can actually get a walk-around bed in it. Let's get going on the outside here and make our way in. We do get a kitchen window and a little storage underneath here, and as with all Thor products, roto-molded plastic with a light in there, so easy to clean out. You do get 110 volt power on the outside underneath that big campsite awning too, probably about 20 feet. It does have the LED strip. Backside of the coach, you'll have your backup camera ladder already on there so you can get up onto the roof, and a receiver hitch towards the back. It's rated for 8,000 pounds, has a 7-pin already installed on there. Backside underneath your slide out is going to be your main storage area for the outside, so not a pass-through, but you got more than ample storage back there. And right underneath there is going to be our tank pulls for it, so it's easily accessible, not hard to get to. On the door side of the coach here, you'll see your tank is going to be right near the back for getting it filled up. And then all of our water connections will be towards the back here too. Now, our fresh fill is very high up because it's a gravity-fed fresh fill. It just makes off-gridding a little bit easier if you do need to get water into your tank. You do also have a black tank flush on this as well. Underneath that's going to be a 4,000-watt RV mobile power generator, so more than ample to run the AC on the coach and do everything you need to. You also have a 30 amp 110 volt power connection right there with your cable in. Tankless hot water heater is one of the big switches for this model year, so gone are the days of 6-gallon water tanks. And underneath there is going to be our propane. All right, let's head on in here. So this is the 22CM, pretty standard layout. I see a lot of manufacturers coming up with something like this, but it works, and that's why they're still doing it. So this is on a Ford E350 chassis, so you're going to have your V8 7.3 liter Godzilla engine powering this. A couple changes in the front to make note of here. So they've added all your switches to your steering wheel, which makes things a little bit more convenient. And one of the big changes is going to be our touchscreen display, which of course does a radio control. They've added Android and Apple CarPlay. You have access to your rear camera right here. And all of your RV controls are going to be on here as well. So you can do your tank monitoring systems. Emergency start switch is going to be located on there. Plenty of cup holder space, plenty of space for your doodads while you're driving. You got a huge boot right underneath there for storage. And those couple of clips in the center will lift up the doghouse so you can actually get to the back of the engine for maintenance if you need to. Power locks and power windows are going to be standard. And up above is going to be our extra sleeper. So we're in bed form now. I can lift this right up in case I want to get it out of the way. Whoever's up here will have a couple of cup holders in the back, and the TV will swivel right out of the way. I have it in watch mode right now. So that kind of gets us into the dinette, which you have a pretty good view of the TV from sitting right here. This is their dream dinette. I got a lock system on the underneath here that I can move that to unlock, push this down, and it makes into a bed super easy. And instead of fussing with it, all you got to do is push it back up, relock it, and you're good to go. Also on that table is going to be a wireless charging station and a couple of cup holders built in. Now, seatbelt wise, I'm going to have 2 on this seat here, another 2 on this forward-facing seat, and this is where you're going to be hooking up a car seat if you want to add one. Now, storage-wise on the dinette, I don't have any storage underneath this one because I have electric outlets right there and services. I do have storage over on this side right here. That gets us into the kitchenette of the camper here. So up above, we're going to have a little bit of storage right over the door. And right by the door, we're going to have a lot of our important hookups. So we have our solar charge controller for the panel up on the roof. It does have an automatic generator start on this, which is really nice to see. So in case you're running off battery using your fridge or something like that, your generator will automatically kick on to replenish it when needed. We have all our step lights, etc., and a cargo light for outside. Now, a couple updates to the kitchen. They added a flip-up countertop here, so a little bit more prep space, which is nice to see. They extended the sink size a little bit, so I got a inlaid one-bay metal sink, residential faucet, and there's that camp window that we were talking about, so you actually get a view of your campsite while you're sitting in here. Super nice to see. Up above, we're going to have our storage that's built in here, so nice to see how they did it. And one of the things that Thor does well is instead of just being stapled to the wall, these are actually screwed to the wall. These cabinets are solid. They're not going anywhere. For appliances for the kitchenette, you're going to have a 0.9 cubic foot microwave, range hood right underneath there, and then a Furion 3-burner cooktop with an oven underneath. Underneath that oven is actually going to be a pots and pans drawer, which I love to see. And that gets us into the fridge here. So Furion 12-volt fridge, decent amount of space in there. Underneath your fridge is going to be your furnace block for the coach, so you can stay warm. And we're starting to get into the storage end of things. So I got overhead storage over the dinette here, which again, super nice to see. I have a hidey hole for storage to the back here, so this will get us into the wardrobe in case you need to grab something from the front. And there's our ladder to the overhead right back there. On the front part of this storage area, you get a nice little pantry of some sort. I got two of these right here, so boxed goods or spices or something like that. Up above, I am looking at a exhaust hood. I have a overhead air conditioner on this one, just a main dump air conditioner. It's not ducted through the whole trailer here. And then that'll get us into the back bedroom. So one of the big differences is you actually get walk-around space on this bed, albeit it's not huge, it's there. On both sides, you'll have 110-volt power and some USB chargers. I have a wardrobe over on this side, so this will get us in to the other end we just saw. And then we got a full-size drawer underneath. Got some overhead storage in the bed area with a couple windows that actually open up. And here's a good spot of that backside there, so you can squeeze in and be able to walk around the bed. And keep in mind, if you do get a aftermarket mattress, the way that we pull this slide in is my mattress folds up, so you'll need to get one with a crease, or else we won't have the clearance to be able to close the slide. Bathroom area of the coach, pretty standard for a motorhome, but it works. So we got a decent size shower stall. I like the false marble that they did. You got a skylight so you're not bumping your head. Porcelain commode where you're not going to bump your knees. And a decent amount of counter space in the bathroom here. This kind of extends over the toilet area, so nice to get any sort of addition that we can. A little bit of storage underneath, and then a usable medicine cabinet here. Guys, that's about the tour of the motorhome here. All in all, it's a tiny frame that they're packing a whole lot into. If accessibility to campsites is important to you, or drivability is important to you, definitely worth consideration, because I think we're at about a 23-foot shell on this. And really, for one or two people, it packs in everything that you need. So thanks for watching along. And if you're part of that RV lifestyle, make sure to follow along for more. Thanks for watching.